Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm Random Sparkle for anybody who's clicking onto my channel for the first time. And today I want to do a video directly for like beginners or anybody who's just getting started in makeup. So if you're getting started, what products should you buy? So I'm just going to be going through pretty much all the basics, just a heads up.
I did not put in here the supplies you would need to put on fake eyelashes because I feel like that's not really a part of basic makeup and it's kind of a little bit a step up from beginner makeup. So if you guys are interested in falsies, just leave me a comment in the comment section down below and I'd be more than happy to make a video directly on more like falsies and big bam glam stuff like that. Big bam glam, that's what I'll call it.
The first product is gonna be foundation. So there's tons of foundations. The most popular, best rated, and affordable drugstore foundation right now is gonna be the L'Oreal 12 Hour Foundation. So foundation is gonna be more for people who have an uneven skin tone. Me, I kind of have like cow skin, I guess you could say. Patches of lighter and patches of darker, so that's kind of why I wear foundation, is because it evens that out. But if you feel like you have flawless skin that's on fleek, then there's not really a reason to put on foundation. But yeah, so it's kind of to even it out. If you're going for a full face look, it's not gonna really, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna look complete if you don't put on foundation, but it might look like there's something missing. But yeah, so my favorite foundation, I have really sensitive skin, so I can't wear drugstore foundation anymore. I tried to use this, it didn't work for my skin, but I've heard such good things that I want to tell you about it because it is the affordable option and the best that I know of right now. It's like $39 from Ulta. I get the Tarte 12 Hour Foundation and I love it because it doesn't make my skin freak out, and I feel like it really does last a long time. It's also waterproof and I just think it's awesome. Foundation on with a whole bunch of different things. There's foundation brushes, there are beauty blenders, so there's all sorts of different ways to put on foundation. It is going to depend on you and the foundation that you pick out. Some foundations are meant to be put on with different things, and some people just prefer using beauty blenders compared to using brushes. Our foundation that I use specifically says that you should use a foundation brush, so that's what I use, and I've seen people try to use other things with that foundation and it just doesn't look right. So it's going to depend on the foundation that you choose and if you want to use a brush or a beauty blender. So yeah, or your hands. You can always use your hands too. You don't have to buy anything. You can just buy foundation and put it on. That's what I used to do all through. So next is going to be concealers. So concealers is one of my all-time favorite makeup products. It's basically used to cover up dark circles or dark spots, any like imperfections on your face pretty much. So this is definitely, in my opinion, a must-have if you have any imperfections, I guess you could say. This works great with foundation. Some people put it on before foundation, some people put it on after. It just kind of depends on your own opinion. I most of the time put it on before I actually put on my foundation, but for me it depends on which one I have at the time. This one particularly I put on before just because of the texture, so you'll kind of feel out whatever you guys want to do. They have some that come in almost like a lipstick tube, I guess you could say, and those are awesome because it makes it really easy to kind of disperse it wherever you want to put it. Also, they have some that are like this that you can kind of put on with your finger or with a concealer brush. So there's all different types. They also have the crayon sticks, and concealer sticks probably start around the $5, $6 zone, and you can, you know, go up and up and up with the price for those as well. Next is going to be powders. So powders are used for different things. You can use powders to set your makeup, so to make your makeup kind of stay in place. You can use powders to kind of cover up blemishes and things like that, so almost like a foundation. You can also use it as a bronzer. So I have a bronzer and that's what I use, and I love it because it kind of just warms up your face. This is a drugstore brand. It's Formula Physicians. It is a little bit more expensive compared to other brands. It's like $13 for this, I believe. There are regular bronzers and other powders that are like $5 or in that zone. Next is blush. I feel like everybody knows what blush is, so I'm not going to get into it too much. So yeah, I just have a little blush here. This is from Hot Mama. They have it in all different tones, in light pinks to dark brownish pinks. So it just kind of depends on what you want. So contour is the next thing. Contour kits and palettes are really popular right now, and that's the only reason why I'm talking about it. You do not have to contour. I don't want you guys to think that that's something you have to do if you're going to be doing your makeup. It's totally extra. A lot of the time I don't do it. It's just for people who want to kind of define certain features a little bit more. So that's why you see girls kind of putting it on their cheekbones and things like that. So it comes with darker tones. This one actually comes with highlighter too, which I'm going to talk about highlighter a little bit later. But these are actually the contouring tones in here. So this one is a little bit bigger. They have smaller ones. This one was only $6.99. So it just kind of depends on how much you want to spend and stuff like this. But this is a drugstore brand. This is from Profusion. So next I'm going to talk about translucent powder. Translucent powder is translucent or clear powder. So it looks white when you get it, and you pretty much just put it on your face anywhere you get oily and on all over your face. It sets your face. So if you're wearing foundation, this is going to help it stay in place. So you kind of put it all over, you let it sit on your face for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, and then you just brush it off. And this is just going to make your makeup look a lot more flawless and yeah, stay in place a lot longer. Next is highlighter. So highlighter is also something that is extra. You don't have to get it. It's more of a like glittery shimmer. So if you don't like glittery shimmery stuff, then you're probably not going to want to go out and buy this, but it is super popular right now, so I didn't want to leave this out. So this is the highlighter palette that I have. It's from Profusion also, and it's kind of the same style. It comes with a whole bunch of different highlighters, and this one has an extra bronzer in it. So it just kind of depends. It's all gonna look kind of the same. They're all just really shimmery and pretty. So yeah, and there are more expensive ones and cheaper ones. This one was $6.99 as well. Next is eyeshadow. So there are tons of eyeshadow palettes, and they start probably in the $5 zone all the way up into like the $100 zone. It just all depends on what you want to spend. There are definitely affordable $5 palettes at the drugstore. I would recommend starting small and kind of wow, I just broke that, and just kind of starting with colors that are neutral that you feel like you're going to use, and kind of get down your routine of putting on eyeshadow, and then from that move on to more extravagant, more expensive eyeshadow palettes once you get more comfortable. So next is an eyebrow pencil. Eyebrow pencils are great if you have kind of patchy eyebrows, or your eyebrows aren't really consistent or thin or anything like that. So these are just to kind of perfect your eyebrows. They come in eyebrow pencils or twist up versions like this. They also have liquid eyebrow gels and stuff like that. So it just depends, and you just put it on, and then you can kind of brush through your eyebrows with the spoolie. And these start probably at $2 at the drugstore and kind of go up from there. It just kind of depends. Okay, and the next is eyeliner. So I feel like everybody knows what eyeliner is, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. There is tons of different kinds. There's gels. If anybody wants me to go deeper into eyeliner, just leave me a comment in the comment section down below. If you like wings, a felt tip is gonna be great. This is from Ico. If you are brand new and have never done eyeliner before, I would suggest an eyebrow pencil just because I feel like that's the easiest to work with. Next is mascara. There's tons of different mascaras. Definitely test them out and see which ones you like best. So next is lips. Most of the time, I'm just wearing chapstick, maybe a tinted chapstick, because I feel like I really just want to keep my lips moisturized, and it's hard for me to find lipsticks that are really moisturizing. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, leave me a comment. But yeah, so if you guys do want to wear colors though, I would definitely suggest getting an lip pencil. They have tons of different colors. The general rule of thumb with eyeliner or with lip pencils is you want to make sure that the liner that you're getting is darker than your actual lipstick. That's about it. You can mix and match. Like a lot of the time I'll use this liner and a brown lipstick, and it just makes really cool amber colors or stuff like that. So don't forget to get creative, because and then last but not least is actually there's one more thing after this, but brushes. So these were like $10 for these little mini brushes. These are from Brush. I absolutely love them because they are only $10 and they're travel size, so I can take them with me wherever I go. The only thing is that they don't have foundation brushes or blush brushes, but if you're going to use a beauty blender or your hands, that's not really going to matter. But they definitely have full-size brush kits that have everything from like the eyeshadow brushes to the big blender brushes, contour brushes, and all of that. These big sets start probably around $20 and go all the way up into the hundreds. So that is like, you know, it kind of throws it out there. If you guys want to spend that money, then definitely go for it. But I think that if you're a beginner and you just want to test out trying makeup, then a small little cute Posh Pack, they have these at drugstores. They have, you know, like the organic brand. There's a whole bunch of different brands, but they're all about this size and kind of have the same eyeshadow brushes in them. And they do have some that have mini blushes, foundation brushes. So just kind of keep an eye out for that because they are way cheaper. The last but not least thing is just makeup bags. So there's tons. I have a big one over here that's like a stuffed full, but they come in all different sizes. This huge one was like $15. This one was probably like $12, and this was like $10. They also have some that have a whole bunch of different pockets and stuff like that. It just depends on how much you want to spend, but I definitely think if you buy any makeup, even just like a couple mascaras and an eyeliner or something, it's important to get just a little makeup bag so that you have somewhere to put them that's away from everything else. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful, guys. I am so grateful for your support. Don't forget to leave me any comments or suggestions for my next videos. I do tons of beginner tutorials and stuff like that, so make sure you guys subscribe, and we'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.